Hi, good morning and a warm welcome to the Crypto Metal Markets Review. I'm John Hammond. Today is November the 11th, Armistice Day. It's the poppy. Essentially we're going to do a review because a lot's happened in the last few days. Looking at gold, if we take a look at what's happened here, it's had a massive sell-off. If you remember the last video, we were discussing the certain levels that we were expecting it to push through because there was a lot of momentum. But right at the point it was hitting resistance, it touched the kind of 1960 to 65 area and basically fell south pretty much straight away on the back of the Pfizer news. There was a massive move to risk assets. A lot of people, particularly hedge funds, have been sitting in gold because of the uncertainty of the presidential election, and that by no means is finally over. There's an awful lot of legal actions and issues that still need to be rectified going through December and into January through the Senate, the House of Representatives and the Electoral College. So there's going to be a lot more volatility still to come. We could see further downside in the metals markets and upside and downside in the Nasdaq and S&P. So there's an awful lot of volatility, which is great for certain traders, but long-term buy and hold investors, not so good if you want to be long gold, silver. But great opportunity to buying at lower levels. So if we take a look at where we are at the moment, and it's the same story to some degree for silver. We had a touch of the resistance area we discussed in the last video, and it's coming back down. So the question is, how far is it going to go? And is it worth waiting before we buy in at lower levels for the people that are sat in cash, obviously? Anyone that's long gold and silver, obviously it's time to focus on the future and the positive news story because we are in a bull market. This is a natural retracement. We'll take a look at some retracements in previous bull markets just to see where they could go. So looking at this, as we've discussed, we've got this area of support essentially around the 1820, 1815 top, but dropping down to about $100 from where we are now, about 1760. My view is that 1760 to 1788 is probably the area we'll get down to, even if it's a wick down. Buyers, I think, will come in. There's a lot of people on the sidelines. More cash is being made, and I think there'll be people stocking up at bullion levels around about here. So if we get down there, I don't think it'll be down there for long, notwithstanding the political issues in America, of course, and the effect on the dollar. But let's have a look at a previous graph at past bull markets and see what happened there. Okay, here we are, and we're looking at the bull market, essentially from about 99, the lows of 99, about $250, right up to the previous all-time high, which was 1921 or thereabouts. There was a few retracements on the journey up in 2006-07 and 2008, basically from April through to December. Let's have a look at where we are with that in terms of the size. So we're looking at around about 35% retracement. And that essentially was, this is a monthly chart, that was 7 months. And then it went from here to its all-time high. If we take that from here, try that again. So if we take it from the retracement there to the all-time high, that was roughly 3 years. And it was 183% from there. Now, I'm not sure if we'll get a 35% retracement at this point. It certainly has possibilities are there depending on what happens in the American scenario. But it's holding up reasonably well at the moment. There's buyers coming in. It's not taking off. I think it still needs to push down before it heads further. And I do think if we look at some of the price action going back into sort of 2012 to 2013, there was basically resistance here, which has formed support. It's gone through it, and I think it's going to touch it before it takes off again. So that's my kind of view at the moment. So I do think gold is going to come down. It doesn't need to. It depends on what's happening in America and geopolitical issues globally. But I do think we are going to retrace a bit more before the bull market carries on. Here we've got the bull flag in silver. It's been holding up pretty well. In terms of levels of support, we've got one around 23 20s, and we've got another one around 21.65 here. But the big level support below that, if it drops below that, we're looking at around about $18, $18 to $19 area. There's quite a bit of support about $18.37. I'm not sure it'll get that low, although being a volatile metal, it could well do before we head higher. If we look at the size of the retracement, okay, so here's a Fibonacci retracement tool, and we're looking at we've hit the 61.8 already, so we don't really need to go much lower. The consolidation we're looking at here is nearly. We've got a sort of rising channel coming into play. If we look at some like the hourly chart, that may give us a bit more of an indication. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we're getting some degree of consolidation around here. It's not particularly bullish because nothing's bounced off. We had a hell of a sell-off coming off, and it's not really gained any momentum up. In fact, it's looking like it's falling over. So I think we're going to certainly head down to the 23, 27, and we could be heading lower from there. So if we go back and have a look at a larger time scale, I think we could be heading down. I mean, we've got a lot of support here. There's a bit of support here around, but yeah, certainly mid-19s is probably the next area of support after that. So I think we could head down. There seem to be buyers coming in around the 61.8 level, which is around about $21.50, $22. And I think if it gets down there, I think we're going to have a lot of buyers, and I think we will start to go off towards the previous highs. Time-wise, I think a lot of the direction is being pulled around by the dollar and the presidential election. So until we've got some clarity on that, it's very difficult to see where we're going to go. Price action is going to determine this. As I mentioned, we were watching the last video. And I expected a move into this resistance zone around $26. It wouldn't close above 26, and I thought if we had a close above 26, we would push on. It didn't do, and then we had this Pfizer announcement pretty much as it was entering in there, and then we lost a lot of money heading from metals into risk assets, and things are just getting cycled around. Money doesn't disappear, it moves from one area to another. So, yeah, still a confused issue, but the longer term is still going to be up. And, definitely bullish on silver and the silver miners. So, looking finally at Bitcoin, we'll have a quick look at this. We discussed this channel in the last video. We discussed all the good news coming out and all the demand for this crypto asset. And we're kind of pushing through, and we haven't really had a decent close above into this kind of resistance zone. This is the 2017 resistance zone, and we really do need to push through this. And I don't think it'll be long before that happens. And then the next level we're looking at, is 17,000 and into the all-time highs, 19,600, 7, and 20,000 level. So I think the bulls will certainly be pushing this through, and I think we're going to have some good news, particularly if there's a lot of issues with the election, which there is. There's a lot of commercial assets coming into this and institutional assets beginning to get the pipes organised, and as soon as that happens, this is going to go multiple $10,000. So we're going to see $1,000 a day movements in this asset next year, I believe. So Certainly more positive than gold and silver. It's consolidating its previous gains as it is doing, which is a sign of a mature asset, and that's what we want to see really. But nothing to stop it coming down and bounce off this trend line again before it goes up. If we don't get any push through here, then that could possibly happen. So that's been the Crypto Metal Markets Report, and any questions in the comments below. If there's anything you want me to look at for the next videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel, and we'll get those videos directly to you as soon as we produce them. We aim to get 2 or 3 done a week, and weekends we'll go into a bit more detail. So hope that's okay. We'll speak again soon. Take care. At CryptoMetalResearch.com, we have a number of services to educate and inform you on how to benefit from the financial reset in this massive bull market. We fully expect our portfolio to return multiple double digits in the huge financial reset we're going through. The risks are high, but so are the returns for those with industry connections. We have years of trading experience to support you during your journey. Our services include Crypto Metal Premier, a full done-for-you service for the time poor who see the massive potential of having your assets realigned to benefit from the next big investment boom. We do everything for you so you can sit back, relax and watch your assets appreciate. Crypto Metal Partner, a done-with-you educational service for those who want to be involved and learn how to benefit from this massive opportunity and receive signals of when to get in and out of your positions to maximise your profits. Crypto Metal Portfolio, a do-it-yourself solution so you can learn and apply the portfolio to your investments directly without any support or assistance. Crypto Metal Pulse, a signal service direct to your inbox as and when the market dictates, combining decades of technical analysis trading within your broader Crypto Metal portfolio. Crypto Metal Personal, a virtual one-to-one for those who want to know more, want to discuss their personal situation and investigate what CryptoMetalResearch.com's investor education can do for you and your financial wealth.